Range script loaded, you can now press Escape, select Choose Slot, and pick your aircraft. You have chosen to start the mission in the air. Please increase the throttle lever and use trim to level the aircraft and navigate towards waypoint 4, where the weapon's range is located. Maintain 400 to 450 knots, and climb to arrive at the next waypoint at 9 to 10,000 feet altitude. Press spacebar once you have trimmed the aircraft. The F-15E, Strike Eagle, employs the same gun as the F-15C, a General Electric M61-A1, 6-barrel Gatling gun of 20 mm, which is effective against enemy aircraft and soft ground targets. The gun is mounted in the aircraft's starboard wing root, aft of the engine inlet. The linear linkless ammunition storage container is mounted in a vertical orientation, near the center line of the aircraft, and holds 510 rounds. On DCS, the gun can use two types of ammo: high explosive armor piercing, or high explosive incendiary, selectable during rearming or on the mission editor. For today's training, we are using AP rounds. Press space bar to continue. For this training mission, we will use a weapons range at Mud Lake, which employs assets created by the 476th Virtual Fighter Group, plus a weapons range script developed by the user Sirabob, which will allow you to gauge your strafing accuracy. To succeed, you will have to strafe 3 gun targets available on the southern side of the range. Perform at least 3 passes over the strafing pits, 1 for each target. You can access the attack statistics calling up the F10 option of the communications menu. You can make as many passes as you want, while you still have ammunition left. Perform the passes on an east to west general direction, so that the mission logic can keep track of them. Press space bar to begin the training. 1. Master Mode, Air to Ground. Pressing the AG Master Mode button enables the PAC's Programmable Armament Control Set, air-to-ground weapon circuitry, and changes the HUD to display information specific for air-to-ground deliveries. 2. Unselect weapon stations using PACs. There is no direct way of selecting the gun for air-to-ground use. What you need to do is unselect any other air-to-ground weapon that you may have on the wing, CFT, and ventral stations. This is done on the PAC screens. Let's select it on the right MPD, which currently is displaying the HSI. First, return to the menu 1 by pressing the N button. The PAC's menu can be accessed from menu 1 on any MPD or MPCD by pressing push button 2, Armament. Next, press the AG button to employ PACs for air-to-ground weaponry. Good, the MPD is now showing the PAC's AG display. The top 5 positions corresponds to the 5 weapon stations of the aircraft. If any of these 5 positions is surrounded by a box, it means it is selected. Make sure to unselect them by pressing its adjacent top row button until none is boxed. 3. Set the gun's rate of fire. On the same display page, you can toggle the gun's firing rate between low, 4,000 rounds per minute, or high, 6,000 rounds per minute. The number below indicates the remaining rounds on the gun magazine. The suffix P denotes high explosive armor-piercing rounds, while an M denotes high explosive incendiary rounds. For air-to-ground strafing, select low. For air-to-air use, you would select high. With the PACs configured, we can now enable the Master Arm switch. 4. Master Switch, set to Arm, to enable the selected weapon. Next, we will set up the HUD for gun use. 5. Take command of the HUD. You do this by employing the Flight Stick's Castle Switch, using the following sequence: Castle Switch Press, Castle Switch Forward. This takes command of the HUD. IN-CMD should appear on the HUD left side. Good, now you should bring up the gun CDIP reticle by performing this HOTAS action. Auto Acquisition Switch Aft Short, less than 1 second. The gun reticle should now be visible on the HUD. It consists of a 50 mm circle and a 2 mm pipper, aim dot. On the right side of the HUD, gun signals that the gun is now selected. On the left side, 510 indicates the gun rounds remaining. There is no target range indication within the gun reticle, as that feature is still in development and not yet available on early access. In the same way, the backup manual gun sight is not yet available, only the C-dip reticle can be used for now. Press spacebar to continue. The weapons range is in front of us. The gun strafing pits are at the southern side of the range. Select one of the 3 available pits and align to make a pass over it. Wait until the message rolling in on gun targets appears, and then begin a shallow dive, keeping the targeting reticle aligned with one of the strafing pits. Reduce throttle to maintain a dive speed of 350 to 400 knots. Steepen the dive, place the dot of the reticle over the selected strafing pit, and fire by pressing the gun trigger.
Low altitude, low altitude.
Strafing pass done. Turn back around, towards an easterly heading, and perform another pass. Start climbing back to at least 8,000 feet. Check the HUD to confirm that the gun still has ammunition left for the next pass.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Low
Strafing pass
pull
done.
up, pull up, pull up.
Turn back around,
Low
towards
altitude.
an easterly heading, and perform another pass. Start climbing back to at least 8,000 feet. Check the HUD to confirm that the gun still has ammunition left for the next pass.
pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Low altitude.
Pull up.
Strafing, you have crashed your aircraft. Mission failure. You should repeat this training mission some other time.